How do you fix a broken world? In the world of fiction, everything is ultimately at the whim of the creator. Every conflict has a resolution. Every character has an arc. Every story has a conclusion, for better or worse. All aspects are planned, polished, and executed in a determinate manner. But the real world doesn't work that way. People die without meaning, conflicts rise and fall at random, and even when worse comes to worse, life keeps on going. The story that is reality goes on everlasting, even when we're not there to see it. That's just how it is. My world is broken. It's been wrong for so long that nobody remembers what's right. For most of my life I endured it. Everyone only cares about their own suffering after all. It wasn't until I opened my eyes that I realized how wrong the world around me truly was. But does anybody care about my story? If you're reading this, you probably didn't come here for me. No, of course not. You came for them, right? When the survivors of Danganronpa 53 caught a glimpse of the world outside their fictional reality, they had no idea what to expect. A world that has stripped them of their memories and forced false personas upon them, only to demand their deaths. The circumstances behind this series of events are more tragic and complex than even they could possibly imagine, and they had already experienced many complex and tragic things themselves. It was hardly fair what I had done. But in a world of lies, you cannot always afford to play fair if you want to create change. Even after all they had suffered, their story still wasn't over. I needed them to help me finish what they had started. There was nobody else I could turn to. I needed their help to fix this broken world. My world is only peaceful on the surface. That's the illusion they want to create. But underneath the shimmer of the modern age is countless instances of oppression and strife. Everyone has been conditioned to believe that there's nothing better to wish for. Hope died here a long time ago. It's no wonder the people clamored for something like Danganronpa. It gave them comfort, enjoyment, even hope. But it was all manufactured, maliciously constructed to make people complacent, and even that lie was built on a cycle of despair and death. The Killing Games claimed nearly 800 lives. The lives of misguided young people who could have had so much more than the system conditioned them to believe, a cruel blood sport to placate the masses, all of those deaths supporting the foundation of a corrupt regime. I took a big risk in modifying their programming. Even using that word in the context of human beings seems so wrong. In truth, it's because of me that Season 53 went as far off the rails as it did. I bet some people wouldn't be happy to hear that. What changes I made seemed minor on the surface. I couldn't even tell exactly what I was altering. The process was too complicated, my window of opportunity too short. But those alterations snowballed into the end of Danganronpa itself. When the broadcast was over, I could hardly believe my own eyes. I never expected it to go according to plan. At first I was terrified. This wasn't a game anymore. This was really happening, and I needed to act fast before it was too late. Team Danganronpa would come for them, I was certain. Nobody who causes that kind of disruption goes very long without being silenced. One way or another, I had to reach them. It was my responsibility. I don't know what will happen next, but I'm chronicling all I can in these data caches. In the event that we fail, I want to leave behind a record that might inspire someone else to do what we couldn't. My name is Akira Tsuchiya, the one who dared to change his broken world.